birthday. No one is getting any younger here, but how can we age with grace, vitality, and strength? Dr. Vivian Brown outlines 7 essential ways women can do so in her new book, A Woman's Guide to Healthy Aging. Good morning to you, Dr. Brown.
Good
Thank you so
morning.
much for being here. Congratulations on this book. As we've been talking about this morning, I find the information so accessible and easy to understand. Was that really important to you when you were writing this book?
Well, that was the point of it for me, Leah. You know, I really felt that there's a lot of books out there and a lot of information out there, but I wanted this to be user-friendly. I wanted women to be able to understand the academic information. I wanted it to be clear, but I also wanted it to be usable, information that people could say, yeah, I understand that. How can I make a change in my life?
Right, and make it doable. You know, it's not
Exactly.
too hard. We can do this, and we can do it in
Exactly.
small steps. Wonderful. Tell me, first of all, you've got 7 essentials.
Right.
But why did you want to start with diet and nutrition?
I think diet and nutrition affects everything we do, and whatever disease we're looking at, whether it's diabetes, whether it's heart disease, whether it's brain health, diet has an impact. And there's so many diet books out there. I really wanted to be clear about what has research, what women can follow. And, you know, one of the things I like about the diet chapter myself and what works for me is when we talk about the MIND diet, which is a diet that's a combination of healthy eating, the Mediterranean diet, and low salt, which was the DASH diet. In the MIND diet, you don't have to be 100% perfect following this diet. And, you know, none of us are. It's impossible to be perfect.
Exactly.
And what the researchers were able to show is that even if you followed it most of the time, if you were moderately adherent, you still got benefit. And that, to me, is real life. We can be moderately adherent. We can't be perfect.
That's right. Absolutely. You went on to look at things, too, like sleep and exercise. You know, I think as women, we tend to forget about ourselves in many ways. And so we'll say, oh, I just don't have time to get to the gym, or I just don't have time to get to yoga because the kids need this and the husband needs this, or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
And we neglect that part of our lives. But you're saying it's so critical.
Not only is it critical, but when you tell me I just don't have time, and, you know, after being in practice for quite some time, patients say, I understand, Dr. Brown, you told me I need to exercise, but I just don't have the time. What you're really saying is, it's not my priority. And if you're never the priority, you will pay the price. And so making time for yourself, making time to exercise for all those good things it does, for your brain, for your heart, for your bones, making that time is not selfish, it's selfless, because you actually will be there to help your family, to help the people you care about. The analogy is when you're on the airplane and the flight attendant says the oxygen comes down, you put it on yourself first. If you don't make that time to exercise, you won't be there to help somebody else.
Absolutely. Okay, so that has to be done. The other area that I like to talk about is menopause, because I know when I've been doing all of these health stories for all these years, that seems to be one sort of area, that decade between finishing up with the reproductive years and menopause. There's not, I don't think anyway, a ton of science and medicine that has been translated to us. What did you want to get across with that chapter?
I think the most important thing is that this is personalized medicine. What works for you may not work for your friend. You know, we look at hormones, we look at healthy choices, we look at aging, we look at family history, we look at risk for different cancers, and it's different in everybody. So how the hormonal fluctuations are affecting you can be very different in one person than another. I like to use the example of pregnancy. You know, some women know they're pregnant, they're nauseated, and they feel it before they've even missed a period.
Right.
Other women hit 4 or 5 months and don't even realize they're pregnant. Menopause is sort of the same. Some of us have debilitating symptoms. It's impacting our quality of life. And for other women, it's no big deal. So it's not one size fits all. It really is important to talk to your healthcare practitioner and look at what's going to work for you. I really look at quality of life and the impact of the symptoms on your life.
Wonderful.
In making any decisions.
In making any of those decisions.
That's right.
Wonderful. Dr. Brown, thank you so much. Congratulations on this book. Again, it's called A Woman's Guide to Healthy Aging.